Yeah, I'm back. But look what I'm talking about. Something isn't right unless they're lying. But I would really want to know if that is real. Right? I want to know if that thing is real. I want to know if that thing is real. Please and thank you. Cause these be the things that I get. Look. These be the things that I get. Hey Bree. I ended the other live because I had to check. I want to know if it's real. So I need them to come and tell me. Let them come and tell me what's going on. Because this be the things that I'm getting. I want to know. They need to come out. I need somebody to check it for me. Because I've had this account for, over 2 years now? For over 2 years. And the most I've gotten off this account, and the reason why it says I've gotten over $1,000 is because of what BMG gifted me. That's the only reason it's over $1,000 because of what BMG gifted me. Because before BMG used to gift me, it was like $100 for months until BMG gifted me, and then it went over 1,000. So I want to know, where is this? TikTok owes me. TikTok owes me. TikTok owes me some money. TikTok owes me. Because this is what I be getting. $5, $10. This is what I be getting. I need the money. Because this can't be real. I'm gonna do it. I am. This can't be real.
I'm looking at it now, and I don't know. I don't think it doesn't look real to me. But what they used, the actual website that they used, I looked it up, and I looked on yours. Wait, let me wait, come up for me. Hold up.
Cause this cat, I need the money. I need it. I need it to buy rice.
Wait, is that me?
So that's what you got. You see what I mean?
Wait.
Oh, you screenshotted mine. Oh.
Yeah. No, it's not. No. Look, that's it. Wait, show that to me.
But why don't I get this money? That's what I need, the money. I mean it. I need the money, because if I'm supposed to be getting this, I want it. Safi, can you please? Safi, I'm going to send you the email.
Okay.
And the thing is, so you can log into the account and go to TikTok. Because this doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
I need this money. I really need it. I don't care what nobody says. If I'm supposed to be getting this, I need it. I need it to buy rice.
I don't understand why they're so concerned, though. That's what I don't get. Like, why are they so obsessed with how much you make anyway? These people, they are honestly obsessed. And the thing is, right, even if you were making this much, you need triple that amount. Like, I don't get these numbers should be about triple, because what you do for this app, you should be making at least triple or 4 times that amount. right? And even if you were making this amount, this is nothing compared to what some of these people be making on this app. Parker makes about this whole 2 months in about one sitting in about 10 minutes, right? I've been on Parker's lives. He makes about this in a minute. So I don't understand why people are so concerned.
No, the blood clot. No, Safi.
Yes.
Safi.
Yes.
Who want the money?
Okay.
Who want the money? You know, what them want put up. Me tell you the truth. But if this is what I'm supposed to be getting, and this is what TikTok is giving me, I need the money. I want it. I want it. This is not fair. This is not fair. No, I want the money. I want it. I want it. I shouldn't be getting like $5, $4, $15. I need the money. That's what I need. I need the money. Safi, I'm gonna give you the email and the thingy, and you log into this account and go down to TikTok and ask them about the money. Because the only reason why it says over, look at what I'm getting. $60.
Right.
You see, when I get $60, I get $56.
But
This is what I've been getting for a month. If you notice, it's from like the 8th up to the 9th. This is what I be getting. It's not fair. I want the money. I want it. I want the money.
Math, you should be getting more than double this amount. TikTok takes 70%. So realistically, you should wait. How much is? I'm trying to look at.
What the fuck is? No, I want the money.
You should make.
I want the money.
If my math is correct, you should have got 2,200, around 2,200, but they've taken obviously 70% from you. So obviously that's rough maths, but like that's around how much you should have made that month.
No, this is what I've gotten off the app since I've had the account. $1,000 something dollars. And I've had this account for over 2 years. I want the money. I don't care what nobody says. If people are gifting me, that's their own goodwill, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I want the money. Exactly. I want every single cent.
But what I don't understand is why people are so concerned, because like there's got people, if they're concerned about people making money on this app, they should be going to people like Parker or that Baby Bot or who else makes their money. Like even Envy makes like triple this amount. Like it's crazy. Like they're more concerned about you making this money, but they be making triple, 4 times that amount. Like it's ridiculous. Like why are they even bothered?
They just don't want me to get anything. I'm not concerned about them. I want the money from TikTok. Because if people gifted me and I'm supposed to be getting that amount, I want it. That's all I care about. Safi, I'm going to ask you to please go to TikTok Legal. If I have to make a video and send it to you, or an email and send it to you, I want it. Because I needed to buy rice. I needed to buy rice. I'm on here like 10 hours a day. If people are gifting me this, and this is what I'm supposed to be getting, I need it. I need it because from the month of the 8th month to the 9th month, I got like $60+. $60+ is what I withdrew. I got like it all came up to $65, $62, $65, and I got like 56. I can put it up and show you. And what I got out was $50+. So if it is that I'm supposed to be getting that amount of money, I want it. I want it. I don't care what nobody says. I want it. So if TikTok needs to be contacted, that's what we need to do. I need the money. I need the money. I want it. These people don't come on TikTok talking about nothing. They don't come on TikTok talking about nothing other than drama. Every day they just talk about me for hours on lives. Just talk about me for hours. I get off work after mopping floors, tired as a dog, right? Coming on here speaking on these issues that nobody else wants to speak about. I deserve the money. I deserve it. I needed to buy rice.
Exactly. And it's just crazy to me that if you're on this app talking about trans women are women and this and that, you're then getting like triple this amount. It's because you talk about the subjects people don't want to talk about. And they don't like it, and like, but like with the whole money, I think it's TikTok. They take like so much. When I tell you, they take so much from like. I remember I got a gift one live, and I think I got like £30 from it, but it was like £100 the gift. Like they take a ridiculous amount from you. It's crazy. Like,
When BMG sent all them gifts, I got like in all, I got $700+. And when I checked it up, I'm not gonna say how much he spent, but I was devastated because I'm like, what the fuck?
Diana,
It would
I
have been
share
better
it
if
as
he just
well.
sent it to PayPal or Cash App.
No, even Venmo, because but like they don't take as much as TikTok. Like TikTok takes like so much. Like, and I've seen like BMG gift you before. Like, I think to myself, oh, like, he might as well just send this to her. Like, cash up. Like, I get it. It's a nice gesture, but like honestly, it's kind of like they're mugging you off the amount they take from you, like just from gifting. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, honestly.
I want the money. I want the money. I need the money. Thank you, Cuttlefish. I appreciate you doing this. Thank you.
Dino, you're wrong. TikTok takes 70%. Like, I think they take 70. It's not 50. They literally take 70%. It's crazy.
I want the money. I want the money. I don't care what nobody says. Sometimes I stay on here. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Right? I want to sleep. I have to be on here talking about these issues because nobody else is going to talk about it. I deserve the gifts. I deserve the gifts. I want the money.
I can't wait when you go YouTube or Rumble so we can actually, because with TikTok, like, I don't think, no one really likes sending that many gifts on here because TikTok does take a lot. But when you go to like YouTube and stuff or Rumble, they don't take, I know they do take an amount, but it's not like, it's nowhere near the amount that like TikTok does take. Like, it's crazy, honestly. So yeah.
I can barely afford rice. I can barely afford rice. I need the money. I'm dead serious. I need the money. Safi, you need. I'm gonna send you the thingy and you log in and you go up there.
Okay.
I want the money. I want it.
Yeah, but we also need to make sure. I'm gonna try to do my own, and I'm gonna try to see if they doctored that as well, because you know how they're the king and you know they like to do stuff like Ricky Shepherd and stuff like that.
Snow did it too when he came up in phones. I want the money. I want it.
It lagged out. Did you say my name? It lagged out a bit. People tap the live and share the live. It's like in a tangent.
And Cuttlefish, you and your rotten old shrivel ass friends, you guys need to get over it. Get over it. You're so invested in me. Go and invest in your daughter that hates you. Your daughter hates you because you put narcotics over her when she was growing up, and she'll never forgive you for the things that you did to her. Okay? Stop being invested in me. You're worried about how much I make on the app. How much does Envy and Christy make? How much do they make? How much do they make off the app? I don't be getting gifts. Go ahead, Snow.
Oh no, sorry. I said I'm gonna actually check that. I'll be back in a second. One second.
Okay, darling. You're worried about me. How much does your friends make? Nobody be gifting me on this fucking app other than Safi will give me a little bit. BMG, Jersey. I don't be getting that much money on Tickety Talk, getting that gifts on Tickety Talk. I barely be getting gifts. When I finish a live, I get like $4, $5 off the live. So what's the big deal? Exactly.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna have to say something. Gonna have to explain something to me, and I'll go drink a large cup of coffee and wear their behinds out, because last time I did that, I got my answers, because they try to act like when you come up there, they'll give you these forms and you're supposed to say exactly what's going on and exactly what's happening. But the thing is, I wait out there to come back and give me an answer. I need an answer now about this, and then they'll usually, they will give me an answer.
But if I'm supposed to be getting like for a week, is it a week? Let me see again. I don't know. When Snow comes back, for like 500, I need that money. I really do need it because I've been going through it. I don't talk about stuff, but let me tell you, I am drained financially. So if I'm supposed, big up yourself, Red Dog. If I'm supposed to be getting those money, I want it. I want it. It's only fair. I come on here and talk, right? And say the things that need to be said for like 10, 5, 8, 7 hours. You get what I'm saying? I want the money. I want it. Thank you, Josh. Thank you. It's only fair. And Cuttlefish, you need to get a life. Every day you're worried about me. You're sitting there talking about me. That's the only time people will listen to you is when you're talking about me. You're pathetic. Your daughter hates you and doesn't talk to you. Crackhead ass bitch. Get a life. You're stalking my YouTube, reporting my videos. My YouTube ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. Okay? Talking about, oh, it's fake engagement. Then why haven't YouTube taken away the followers? Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you. Why hasn't YouTube taken away the followers? You're welcome, Your Honor. Somebody's got to do it, beloved. You're so pathetic. Stop stalking my account. You people are so bitter, angry, and jealous. So bitter, angry, and jealous. You're obsessed. It's pathetic. I don't care about her. She's vile. She's this. But you're watching me every single day. You're a little bitty, bald-headed, crack-headed, big gut man. Get away. Your daughter hates you. Your daughter hates you. They're obsessed and jealous of me because what would prompt you to go and check how much TikTok gives me when your friends get more gifts than me? Do you see people flocking to gift me? Be honest. Do you guys see people flocking to gift me? People don't be flocking to gift me. I need a laptop. I've been asking for a laptop for the past, several days? Because I want to go over to YouTube and I'm afraid to use my own laptop. I'm broke right now. I can't be buying anything. Do you see people giving me the money to buy a laptop? Jersey sent me a little bit on Venmo. Thank you, Jersey. Right? 2 other people sent me $25. Or one person sent me $25. Is it, am I right, Safi? One person sent 25.
Yes.
One person sent 25. That's all I got. That's all I got. Because TikTok be restricted me. I want to do on YouTube. Go ahead, Safi.
You also got 10, and then you got 10 today.
Shana,
All right. See? Go ahead, Snow.
No, but I was gonna say I just checked how, and I know you don't care, but I'm saying this on my part because I care, right? Like the thing that annoys me is these people are saying about how much you make, right? But I just checked 2 of Envy's main accounts, right? And I haven't even estimated how much she's made in the past 2 months. But can I just say, it's about over 3 grand, right? Actually, no, probably maybe more than 3 grand, because in one of her accounts, in about one day, I think she made one of her accounts, she made just over £1,000, right? And then on a day, a few days after that, on the same account, she made hold up, because like I just can't believe, and that's just from about 2 days. Hold up, these people are ridiculous, and they care about how much you make. Hold up, let me see if I can find the actual screenshot.
All right, darling. That's what I'm saying, and I don't be getting those money. I don't be getting no tons of gifts. Nobody be giving me tons of gifts. If it weren't for BMG gifting me the other day, I wouldn't know that you can get even $700 off Tickety Talk. The cash app is Shante is the truth, Damare. Shante, SHANTAIS, the truth. It's right there at the bottom. See right there? Cash app Shante is the truth.
So you guys can't see everything, but this is on one of the accounts. So that's in the thousands. These are all in the hundreds, right? I know you can't see the corners, but these are in the hundreds, guys, right? So I don't know why they're talking about how much you make, and this is just anything on one of her accounts.
I want the money too. I want the money too because I think I deserve it. I've been on this app for over 4 years. When I started doing this, nobody else was talking about these things. Nobody. Everybody was afraid of being canceled on Tickety Talk. Right? Everybody was afraid of being canceled. Let me tell you something. If it weren't for BMG, I wouldn't know that I could get over $200. I remember a couple months ago, they bananaed one of my accounts, right? But I was saving up the $4, the $5 that I was getting on the app. And it accumulated to like, what, almost $300 stuff. You remember I told you?
Yes, I remember that.
And they banned the account. I cried because I was going through it. I was crying so much. I didn't come on for a couple of days. I was so pissed because I let it stay on there like $4, $2, $3, and it accumulated to almost $300 over the months. How many months it took to I didn't take off anything. And that's why now if I get $5, I just take it off. $4, I just take it off. Because when I leave it there and it piles up, TikTok bans the account. It was on there for months and months and months. I cried because at the time I was going through it. You know, I had to be given this. So, and I cried. And the only person I told was Safi and not Lydia.
No, but Shauna,
The only person I told was, go ahead, Snow.
No, I was going to say, I remember that because I remember you got a line at one point and that account, it got banned. Like, was it a few days after or like a week or something? I remember thinking to myself, like, did she even take that out? Because, like, your account got bananaed like a few days after that.
It got banned. I left it on there because I was saying, okay, I'm going to save it up so I can, because I needed it, right? I really, really needed it. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to save it up, let it stay there. And they banned the account. They banned the account.
She makes $6K a day. I just checked it. Tell Shantae. Snow, I wonder how much I make a day. I mean, or how much I make if they're not giving you that, because that's crazy.
I think it's from. Oh, sorry. I don't know if that's me or you, but it's from like live gifts, I think. But like what I was looking at is I didn't check Christy because I don't even know what her account name is. But like I just typed up Envy, and then she's got like multiple accounts, right? So even if you like, and the thing is, I think it's like different for every account because you're obviously getting gifts on separate accounts, so it's not going to be a part of the same account. So like even I checked like 2 of her accounts, and then like she was making like $1,000 in like one day in one of the accounts, and then the same in other accounts, and then it was like a few like, but no, these are weeks. No, sorry, actually these are, I shouldn't say day, these are weeks because the little icons, they're weeks. But for her, I think it was days. I'm not sure, but anyway, either way, she was making about a few £100. Like every day.
Well, Snow, tell me how much do I make instead of, because I don't want to talk about her because we don't care.
Oh, sorry.
How much do I make? Because you know that's all they're gonna have. They just want a subject to talk about.
Because like it really does, because all these people they're complaining about how much Shanta makes when literally it's nothing compared to how much these people are making who do nothing for the app. Like literally like on some like, and I keep going back to Parker and all that, but like considering like Shanta and Parker, they do the same thing, just fighting for different causes. But like he will sit there and like Safi, I've been in his boxes, not in his boxes, in his lives, right? And I've seen how much like just like gifts and like how much he says on even like the cash apps he gets, and like in like 30 minutes I'll be like accumulating it in my head, like, you know, like while I'm thinking about what they're talking about, and then it will be like something like 50-60 pound like donations, and I'm thinking that I'm like, how is this guy getting this much for talking absolute nonsense? Like I don't get it. And like, why are they making a whole Reddit thread on like how much Shanta makes? Like, and the comments, like I didn't even read the comments, but like people are talking about, oh, she makes so much. Like, what are you talking about? Like, no, she doesn't. Like how, if she makes so much, then I want to see where the money is, because like literally she makes nothing, like especially compared to how much these people are making. Like I checked how much Shanta was making, and realistically, if that's with TikTok taking 70%, she's getting nothing really. Like it's actually like, yeah, it is, like it's just crazy. Like it really is.
I want the money. That's all I'm going to say. I want the money. Because at the end of the day, if I'm supposed to be getting that, I want it. Because I think I deserve it. As I said, Snow, when you guys, a lot of you, Adam was here during the inception of my account. Adam, Amanda, several other people, right? They were here when I first started. Love, I'm telling you, when I first started talking about these topics, nobody was talking about it. Nobody. You notice they all say, "Oh, Shantae, you inspire me. You know, you're the first person I heard talking about this. I just heard this Jamaican voice with this red lipstick." All of them talk about it. I used to fix up my little self, right? Jen too. Jen was here since the inception. Nobody was talking about these things. And people were afraid to come on my lives, just as though they're afraid now, because they fear that their account would have been taken, right? Or they would have been canceled, right? Daily, today's estimated 0, right? They fear that they would have been canceled. Yes, Aunt Liddy, I still have that wig. I just can't wear it. My pastor says I'm not supposed to wear blonde hair. Right? But I think I deserve it. I want the money. If that's what I'm supposed to be making, I want it. I want it. It's only fear. Can you come up? You said flop. Can you come up, sweetie? Come up, sweetie. Let's talk. Who's mad that Teo Trish is successful? How is Teo Trish successful? I think so too. I think so too. I'm gonna set up. Can somebody set up a GoFundMe for me? Cause please, I think I deserve something. Cause listen, come on, it's only fear. Set up a GoFundMe for me, please. Somebody set it up for me so that people can gift anonymously.
So Parker makes over £100 a day in just gifts.
Of course I'm poor. Why else? I need the money to buy rice for me and my village. What are you talking about? Go ahead, Snow. Shantae does have a job, but I need a second job right in your father's face. Tell him to come over. I hear he pays well.
No, I was just gonna say, like, again, this is how much Parker makes, and they're complaining about you. Like, they need to start complaining.
Today's earning, and he's not even live, so that's what he gets from like just gifts off his videos.
It gets, like, it's crazy, like, honestly, like, and these people, like,
in one day, and I'm supposed to be getting $100 in a month, and they're complaining. I need all the money. I need it. That's all.
As well, he has about 2 or 3 accounts, I think. Like, so, you know, this is just one of these accounts. Like, these people, they need to stop worrying about how much you're making when these people are out here literally robbing people blind of their money and giving them false, like, I'm not being funny, but everything he says, it's wrong anyway. Like, he thinks trans women are women. That's all you've got to say, right? It's ridiculous, honestly. Like, just worry about yourselves. Oh, there's someone new in the box. Oh, I'll mute myself.
Shantae, are you there? Just me. How old are you? Are you here, Shantae?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, how old are you?
29.
I don't know. Are you there, Shantae?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Just me. How can I help you?
Just real quick, I just wanted to say, touch base on what Snow said about, I think, whatever that person's name is. I come across this live a few times. I think it's Pecker or Parker or something like that. But and yeah, I mean, it's absolutely insane how much money, and I was in his live as well for like at least 30 minutes, just kind of observing all the money he was kind of getting. And it's insane how much money somebody can get talking about how God is an imaginary person, or about how kids should be trans, and all different types of things like that. Like, it's just, to me, that's just absolutely insane. And like, you know, when you have somebody who does talk about God and praise God, you know, that goes unseen and they get nothing. I don't know. I'm just making observations.
Right. I understand.
Yeah.
Exactly. Big up yourself, just me.
Yeah, for sure.
Looks like my brother so much. That's so weird.
I just want you to be aware, Shantae, they're sending in bots right now, okay? Just want you to be aware.
I didn't hear you, Safi.
I said I just wanted you to be aware that they are sending in bots at the moment, okay?
Okay, thank you, Safi. The live is about civil discourse and conversation. We don't tolerate transphobia, homophobia, or heterophobia. No hateful rhetoric, ideology, or behavior. No bigotry, bullying, or harassment will ever be tolerated. The live is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Shante, doesn't your wife support you? I could never eat another woman's punani. Are you crazy? Why would I have a wife when there's so many diaks I could ride? What would I be doing with a wife? Come on up and tell me about this wife you're talking about. Before I eat another woman's punani, I'd rather walk the streets and sell punani for $5 a pop. Okay? I could never lick another woman's punani. Ever. Are you crazy? You guys come up with the most obscure lies I've ever heard in my life. What would I be doing eating another woman's punani?
You see how obsessed they are with you? You're Fanny, come on your real page. You guys are coming in. You guys are so scared of her. You're so scared. Why are you so scared? Why don't you come up here and have a conversation? You're just in the comments, right? You're scared. You're so scared, Fanny. You're scared.
Come up, Fanny, and the other person. You guys can come up. I don't get why you guys are so obsessed with me. You guys say I'm vile and this and that and all these things, but you guys watch me religiously. I'm like your God. You notice nobody knows about you? Nobody on my side watches you people. We don't be checking for y'all. I am your idol. You worship me. I'm obsessed with Trish. Why would I be obsessed with Trish? Why would I be obsessed with Trish? I'm obsessed with pedophiles because I find them to be the most vile, disgusting creatures. Just because Trish falls under that category doesn't mean that I'm obsessed with Trish as himself. I'm just disgusted by Trish in and of himself, but his behavioral patterns, right? It needs to be studied so we can figure out who these people are so we can annihilate them. The fact that you made a fake account just to come on here and say that, to me, is just wild. It could never be me. It could never be me. Y'all are pathetic. Oh, it is fake. You just made it. You just made it. You are? We're going to block you for life. Black Fanny, come on with your real account.
You guys know what Fanny means?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was just a British thing. I didn't know.
I know what it means. I don't know why these people do that. Can you imagine being so scared of a person that you had to make a fake account just to come on and talk shit?
Erica, I can't say what it means on TikTok, but it's like basically
It's punani.
yeah, what Shana said.
Fanny is the British word for punani.
Everything with them always has to be like something like that. Everything with them always has to be something like that. You notice it never can be like anything else. And that guy, what's his name, ZED? He's going all on my pages. The one that was in here talking about sir, man, boy, and all this. Do you think I care? Do you think I care? You're offended because you are the one that's either bending or doing the bending, not me. I really don't understand. How can that offend me? How? Really? People are so obsessed.
want them to come up and actually come and talk, but they don't want to do that. They're so afraid of me. It's cringe. It's very cringe. If you guys want to come up and have any conversation at all, it doesn't matter the topic. You're free to come up. You don't have to be afraid. I'm just a woman, right? I'm just a woman. Don't be afraid.
Should I come up and play? Oh, is my mic muted? Do you want me to come up and play devil's advocate to get some ops in here? Like, I'll just pretend to
I
be.
want real ops. I want real ops. It's spicy that way.
I know. I only say that because sometimes it might give them more confidence to come up, but I don't know.
I don't know. It's not gonna be as fun knowing that it's you.
Sound like a fake accent or something can come up one day. I'm really bad with accents, but maybe if I come up one day on like a fake accent and it's actually believable, it'll be funny. But I can't for the life of me because I'm British. It sounds so weird. But I'm going to drop down anyway, so there's only you and Safi in the box. It might give them more confidence to come up.
All right, who was this?
I be liking to stay, but I see that the moment that I leave, that they come up. I see that, but I like to stay. But you want me to get down for you to get ops? You looking for
Let me
ops?
see if the actual come out properly.
Okay, I'll be in the comments.
All right. This is madness. Then come up. If you're an avid internet user, come up. Send to an invite. We don't want to get rid of you. We want to have a conversation with you. I want to talk to you. Oh, I'm eating a piece of curry chicken. So good, so spicy. Yeah, they're coming in with the butter cones, but I want them. I don't know why they're afraid to talk to me. You guys, if you're coming in here with a million of cones, it might as well just come up and say hi. Just come up and say hi. If you're not, we're just gonna have to block and mute you because it's a troll account anyway. Yeah, just come up and say hello. If you guys are so pressed about me, right? You don't need to make Reddit accounts. You can come up and actually have conversation. You don't need to make a million troll accounts. You can just come up and have a conversation. I think they did, Dominique. They want to say people are obsessed with people, but they make a million accounts to come on here just to hide in the comment section. So weird. No problem, gratitude. I want people who actually do not like me to come up and say your piece. Come up and say your piece. If you have any problems with me talking about Trish or any of the topics that I speak on, I want to hear from you guys. I don't see why you guys are afraid to engage in actual conversation. Don't be afraid. I know a lot of people message y'all when you come up here. Don't go on Shantae's platform. You know, she's horrible. This, that, this. People will dox you, for giving her a platform. It's the same people that are messaging you that want to dox you. All right? Don't be afraid to come up on here. I don't be doxing people, right? Simply because people disagree, right? I just want to have conversation. Come on up. Don't be afraid. As I said before, Trish is a disgusting, vile human being. He's a pedo who was accused of essaying his daughter by his own daughter. He tortured those children, pouring hot sauce down their throats. He flashes his audience by showing his naked 2-inch pecker on lives. He's constantly using narcotics on lives. High, nodding away, passing out, the works. Okay? This is him. He's a grown ass man with wrinkles all over his face. He looks like Jay Leno in drag. He looks like the Crimson Chin Avenger, right? And this is what you guys are supporting. This is what you guys are idolizing, talking about, oh, you know, we love Trish, da 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 da. Do you love the fact that he raped his daughter too? So you guys are pedos. You guys are pedos, right? And you're pedo enablers. You're upset that I'm talking about this pedophilic man. Come on and talk about it. We're here for the conversation. That's all I'm here for. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid. Get up. Let's talk about it. Get up and let's talk about it. Trish looks like a puckered butthole. Trish face looks like what he eats. Unhealthy serving of Diox. You see how his face looks like an erect pianist? You see that? Yes, you should, Snow. Make it with Lily and Tino. Yeah, do that, Snow. His name is Patrick. Anyone with Tino, yeah, put the pen in that one. Side by side. Snow, can you put the Cash App up at the front so that I can beg properly, so that they can see the Cash App to know that I really, really need the money to buy rice? Put the Cash App at the front up there. If you're gonna beg, you gotta beg properly. I'm gonna start beg like Teo Trish. You know, I could really use a air condition unit, but you know, I'm not gonna ask anybody about it. You know, I'm just gonna continue to sweat and sweat and sweat on lives, but it's not like I would ask anybody to give me an air conditioner or buy me one, but it sure is hot inside the room. Hold on, I'm gonna wipe my face because I'm sweating so much. Exactly, Daniel. I'm sweating so much sweat. I saw some air conditioning unit for like $400. If 400 people sent me $1, I could buy it, you know? But I'm not gonna ask anybody for money. You know, I'm not gonna ask anybody for money. But it sure would be nice if I could get a air conditioning unit. That's how Teo Trish begs. And then the people are like, oh, let me just give him $400. And I've been asking for a laptop so I can go on YouTube, right? To actually have conversations with doctors, nurses, speaking on transgender ideology and cross-sex hormones. And I can't get the laptop. You know what I mean? I actually wanted to do something good and I can't get it. But this man can ask for $400 for an AC unit that he's going to pawn to buy mathematics, and he gets it. He can just sit there and get over $300 in an hour to buy mathematics, but I can't even get $50. It's weird. It's weird. And then you have creeps like Cuttlefish, right? That old crackhead trying to see how much I make off TikTok. Worry about your daughter that hates you. That's what you need to worry about. Your daughter hates you. Hates you with a passion. She doesn't even remember that you're alive. Gratitude is Trish's mod. Hold on, let me bring up gratitude. Lisa, may I ask you where you come from, Lisa? Who else do you follow on here, Lisa? If you don't mind me asking. Hello, Gratitude. How old are you for TikTok?
How are you?
I'm not too bad in yourself.
I'm doing better today than I was yesterday.
Glad to hear that. God is good. They're saying that you mad for this man. Is that true?
Yes, I just started modding for her when Dahlia and Talon left.
So why would you mad for a man whose children accused him of doing these horrible things?
Because I haven't seen any police reports or doctors' reports to confirm any of those.
Oh,
And
so
I
you're
haven't.
the type of person who will believe the assaulter rather than the victim.
No, I believe an investigation needs to be done to see what happened.
Oh, so the fact that CPS was called numerous times to the homes of complaints against abuse of the children, you don't believe that either?
I haven't seen any of that documentation.
Maybe you should ask Trish about it. Trish said that he did do some horrible things to the kids. The only thing that he denies is raping them.
Yeah, I am not delusional. Knock it off.
I'm just asking you. You know that
Not
Trish
you.
admitted to
One
doing.
One of
You
your
know, we're not talking with the comment section. We're talking here with each other. So you do know that Trish attested to doing horrible things to the kids in
When she was-
pertainance to the message.
Yeah, she said when she was in her peak of being an alcoholic and drug addict, she had done some horrible things to her kids.
So why do you still not believe the children?
Because I think young children can be easily influenced into believing things that didn't happen.
Oh, so children can believe things that didn't happen. So if the daughter herself said it, are you saying that somebody else told her to say it?
It could have been. We don't even know that statement came from his daughter. It's a blank piece of
Oh yes,
paper.
it did came from his daughter. His daughter's name is known. Certain things I won't get into, but people have spoken with the daughter, and the daughter has said that he did these things to her.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. If that is true,
No, but it is true. Why don't you contact the daughter and hear the daughter's point of view?
I don't know the daughter's name. I don't know how to reach the daughter. I didn't even
But-
know I was a mod for Trish until 3 days after I was modded.
All right, so the fact that his ex-wife Dale said that the text was in fact from his daughter, and
Oh
that
my God.
the children said these things that he did to them. So you still don't believe, and you still want to believe Trish. What
I
makes you
didn't say
think
that. I did not say that. I said, okay, I have a background in law enforcement. I look for everything. I look at all sides of the story, and I look for what's real and what's not. That's why I look for proof, evidence, and facts to support stories that are happening.
Oh, so why don't you know people that you can contact to see the reports that were made to CPS against Patrick?
Not from a different state, no.
You don't know anybody that you can contact?
Not in the state of Oregon, no.
But wouldn't it be imperative, right, with these allegations, as somebody who worked in task force before, wouldn't it be imperative to do your due diligence to find out if these allegations are in fact true? Because the only one of the allegations that he denied was raping or sexually assaulting the children. He admitted to everything else. He just said in pertainance to the sexual assault, he said that she's crazy. Big up your
Okay.
turn.
And I didn't hear that, so I don't know.
But you just said that he said he did horrible things to the kids. There's a clip of
he has.
him. There's a clip of him where he addressed the message that the daughter sent to Dale, you know, saying, yes, that's true and that's true, but he didn't rape her. There's clips.
Okay, I just haven't seen them. I'm sorry.
So did you go to the Reddit? I haven't gone to the Reddit, but people on here have gone to the Reddit and have said it. Have you went to the Reddit to see the recording that he has?
I don't use Reddit. I tried going there and it was confusing. So I
But
I'm
but seeing
sorry.
as it's the kids that are involved, are you a mom if you don't mind me asking?
I'm not. I can't have children.
Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. But if it were you as a little girl, your father assaulting you, and then you're messaging people crying for help to let them know what type of person he is, but you still see hundreds of people supporting him and saying that they don't believe you. How would you feel?
That has happened to me before, but not by my own father, by somebody else. And it just pissed me off. That's all. They didn't want to
And you
believe
felt
me that
sad.
time. What's that?
And you felt sad. You felt horrible, right? You felt dirty, like it was your fault, right?
No, I never did. It was their fault. It was never my fault.
Yeah, but you're one in a million, because most victims, when they're not believed, they believe it's their fault.
I don't know. I know I never thought it was my fault. I knew I didn't do anything wrong.
And you felt horrible about the attack that was met upon you, right?
Yeah, well, I felt horrible about the incident that had happened.
So how do you think the little girl feels?
Exactly. If that little girl was raped, then she probably feels horrible too. And I say if, because there's no documented records of it happening.
Are there documented records of your assault?
I didn't tell anybody.
So if you want us to believe that this did happen to you, but there's no documented proof of that, but I still believe you, why wouldn't you believe this little girl? It's almost as if you're saying it happened to me, so it should happen to you too. Are you
No.
that type of victim?
Oh God, no! It's not the suffering Olympics.
Then if it's not the suffering Olympics, why does it feel as if you're internalizing it and it's like, it happened to me and I got over it, so should you? Because that's what it may come across as.
So, I'm sorry, I have cognitive impairments. If I say something that doesn't come across correctly, I'll try and rephrase it so that you can understand. I supported Trish in the beginning because she was a disabled combat veteran and because she's LGBTQIA. And she's funny. She makes me laugh.
Trish didn't go into combat. We checked.
What's that?
Yeah, he didn't go into combat. He wasn't a combat soldier.
He drove the trucks, the convoys to and from the combat zones.
Yeah, but he
Anyway.
didn't actually participate in combat.
It's still considered a combat zone.
Yeah,
which makes
but
it a
yeah,
combat
he was in the
soldier.
combat zone, but he didn't actually participate in combat because we
Yeah.
checked.
I
Yeah, he didn't participate in
that.
combat. Pardon?
I understand that. It is still called a combat vet.
Yeah,
because he was-
but he didn't participate in combat. So I don't think.
understand. I'm just saying that's what the term is.
I know, but he's not a combat veteran. He didn't actually go out there and actually, engage in actual combat. My brother did that. You know what I mean? He's still in the army right now. Trish
Thank
did
you
not
for your
do
brother.
that. Yeah, he's a great man. Trish did not do that. He did not actually participate in combat. All right? He was not in physical combat.
No,
Okay?
he wasn't. He was in a different type. You're right.
Yeah. And the fact that these allegations of him pouring the hot sauce down his daughter's throat, that he admitted to, saying that, he did horrible things, right? Thank you, Speedy. Right?
He said what?
Yeah, he said that he did horrible things to his children and he blamed it on drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why would you still support him knowing that he did these horrible things to his children?
Because he was under the influence of drugs and alcohol, and people do stupid ass shit.
There's a lady on here who was on unprescribed medication for a number of years. She never beat her children or poured hot sauce down their throats. She never did any of that. There are several women in here who are recovering addicts that never did anything to their kids. I know men who are alcoholics that when they would drink, they would pass out on the lawn, and they never abused their kids.
Right, and not every alcoholic is abusive. Some alcoholics...
Exactly. So why would you support and use the excuse of alcohol for what he did to his children? There's no excuse for abusing your children.
I said he may have... Oh my God, you're twisting my words. I said
Untwist them for me, please.
She may have done those things because she was under the influence of drugs and alcohol.
but alcohol and drugs is never an excuse to abuse your children.
It's not
inexcusable.
an excuse. It's not an excuse. I'm not excusing the
But
behavior.
you are. You just said, but he was under the influence, therefore creating an excuse, right, to not be held accountable. The but is the excuse. Your answer should be, he did horrible things to his children, and it's inexcusable because that's child abuse. There are so many people that are.
Even God excuses all crimes if you repent on your deathbed.
Yeah, but Trish is unrepentant because Trish is still actively trying to abuse children.
No, she's not. If she is dying on her
is.
deathbed and she says,
Trish will never go to heaven.
oh yes, she will. If she apologizes,
No, Trish will never go to heaven. The scripture says, suffer the children unto me and forbid them not, for such is the kingdom of heaven. He said, if anybody hurts a child, it's better if he ties a boulder around his neck and falls and throw himself into the waters. He doesn't forgive you. Yeah, so Trish will never go to heaven. No.
I had this argument with the pastor for 3 hours one day. And all these verses in the Bible he started spewing, and he said, yes, God forgives.
God forgives, but when you do horrible things to children, it's blasphemy against the Holy Spirit. He says if you harm a child, you should just unalive yourself. Do you know what unaliving is in the scripture? It's unforgivable. So he's telling you that when you harm kids, it's unforgivable. That's why he said it's better if you put a thing around your neck and cast yourself into the waters. So he's saying it's unforgivable. Suicide or smurcide is unforgivable. When you unalive yourself, it's unforgivable. So if God is telling you that if you harm a child, it's better if you unalive yourself, he's telling you that it's unforgivable.
If that's what you would like to believe, you can believe that.
It's not what I would like to believe. It's the scripture.
Okay, and again, I do not believe in the scripture. If that's what you would like to believe.
Then why did you bring up God into it?
Because you did.
No, I did not. You did. You said it. You said that even God. You said even God.
I'm not liberal.
Not Nancy, do you mind coming up? Not Nancy, do you mind coming up and telling us about it, sweetie? I would love to talk to you. Come on up. But you are the one who brought God into it. The truth of the matter is Trish is a pedophile. Trish also went. Do you think it's okay for adults to show their genitals to children?
Nope.
But that's what Trish believes.
Well, how do you know that?
He said it on a live. He said that it's perfectly natural and there's no problem with it. It's nature.
I think that parents should teach their children about genitals.
That's not what he said. He said it's perfectly normal for adults to show their genitals to children and for children to see it.
Did you ask him to clarify what he meant by that?
Yes, because Red Dog was asking him, why does he show himself naked on lives? and it's a children's app, right? I'm just contextualizing, and Trish was like, "Oh, I didn't do it for purpose, even though he's done it several times, so it can't be an accident, as he would like us to believe." But then he said, "But even if I did, and even if they saw it, so what? It's natural." They should see it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly normal. If you want the clip, I can get Red Doc to send it to you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, so what do you think of it, knowing that he said that? What do you think? Do you think that's inexcusable?
No. I don't. I do not see a problem with children knowing what genitals are.
That's not what he said. He said children should see it.
Well, yeah, usually you have to see something to know what it is.
So you're okay with a grown man showing his genitals online to children?
I have show me where he's shown his genitals online.
You just said that they have to see it to know it. So I'm asking you, do you think it's okay for a grown man to show his genitals to children on a live broadcast?
On a live broadcast on the internet, absolutely not. But I said, and I asked you
in person. Hold on.
I asked you again yesterday. Show me proof of where that happened, when that happened.
Oh, I have them. If you want the screenshots, I have screenshots of him putting the camera underneath his dress where he just has on stocking and you can see his pee-pee.
Yeah, I would love to see that then, because I haven't seen any of that.
Oh, just like how you didn't know how to write the Reddit, because they're all on Reddit, but I'll send them to you. You can message me on IG. It's called Shiloh Based.
I don't have Instagram.
What do you have that I can send it to you?
TikTok and Facebook.
I don't use Facebook. Facebook is your generation. I don't know if we can send photos through Facebook. It's almost as if you don't want to see the photos.
I would love to see.
Okay, then you can just make a troll account on IG and I can send them to you.
Oh my God, I don't use IG.
You don't need to use it. I'll just send them to you and you can delete it afterwards.
I don't know what you're sending me or where you're sending it to.
So you just don't want the proof that Trish has exposed his genitals on live.
I would love it, ma'am, but I cannot. I don't know how to use that website.
You don't have to use it. It's not a website. It's an app just like this where people post videos, people can DM you. It's not very hard. A matter of fact, it's more simple than Tickety Talk. Much more easy to use than Tickety Talk. It could be seen that you're making excuses not to see the proof because you want to support it.
I'm not making excuses not to see the proof. I do not want to get into my personal injuries with you and why I am not able to go on to a new website because
so your personal injuries and this doesn't allow you to make a new account?
My brain yes.
Your brain no longer functions?
It doesn't function correctly, no.
But you're doing perfectly fine here. It seems as if it's functioning well.
Obviously, I'm not, because you guys aren't understanding what I'm trying to say.
You're very coherent. We can understand exactly what you're saying. Basically, what you're saying is, I don't care what he did to those kids. Children should know about genitals. And yes, children should see his genitals because that's how they're going to know.
I never said children should see his genitals.
Okay, so children shouldn't see it.
Over and over again.
So if children shouldn't see it, would you stop following Trish knowing that he said children should see it?
It depends on the context and the whole conversation.
Oh, and what is the context in which you would still support him?
If he said he was walking outside an elementary school and randomly flashed his genitals at a whole bunch of children, I'd be done.
So if he says that children should see it, wouldn't that include him like just walking past an elementary school naked?
Yes.
And if he also believes that it's natural for kids to see adult genitals, wouldn't that also mean that he has no problem with a child touching it and asking him what it is?
No.
Why is it that up till this day, he doesn't condemn Toolmaker, even though there was evidence that Toolmaker raped those children.
I have
Why do
no
you think he
idea.
still supports him? So why do you support a man who supports a pedophile?
That's a question I don't want to get into and I don't want to answer.
Could it be that you also support pedophiles and you enable them?
Oh, no, I do not. Would you knock it off? You come up with the craziest shit and
I'm
lies.
asking you because listen, Trish supports Toolmaker, who abducted a boy, raped him, and also raped his stepchildren. Trish is also accused of raping his stepchildren and torturing them just like Toolmaker did. And then Trish said on several occasions that he feels like Toolmaker is a man of his own heart. Right? That he understands him and he understands Toolmaker and Toolmaker understands him. Trish also, right, believes that children should see genitals, which is what pedos believe. That's what pedos believe. Pedos believe that children should see it and that it's natural because they want children to actively engage in these types of behaviors with them. But you, as somebody who worked in criminology, you're saying that you don't know these behavioral patterns.
No, I said I worked in law enforcement.
Yeah, what did you do in law enforcement?
Animal control, abuse, and neglect cases.
And are there behavioral patterns with animal abusers?
No,
There aren't.
no.
So most animal abusers don't tie them up, beat them, starve them, sexually assault them.
No,
They don't.
no. And
Oh.
people don't go around killing black cats on Halloween either.
Oh, so you're telling me that animal abusers don't typically starve the animals?
That is a form of animal abuse.
Yeah, but
that
I'm
is not-
asking about the behavioral patterns because for it to be labeled as a sort or a form of animal abuse, there has to be different categories.
Yeah, there is.
So with these different categories, wouldn't they be associated with pattern behavior or practices?
I don't understand your question.
How do you determine, right, what is child abuse? Isn't there a pattern of behavior and actions?
Oh, is there an action that has to determine abuse? Yes.
And what would that action be called to determine the sort of abuse?
An allegation.
So you're telling me it's the allegation that will determine the form of abuse?
The allegation, an officer goes out and investigates it, and from there determines whether they feel it should be followed up on for further investigation or whether the complaint is not valid.
And how do you come to the realization or come to the determination that it should be followed up? Could it be at the degree in which you see the state of the animal that is in? Like if you go and you see that the animal is tied up out back, it's snowing, there's no food, there's no water, there's no shelter, that you can see their ribs, that will determine the levels of abuse that the animal has suffered, right?
That'd be neglect, but yes.
The neglect would be them being tied up outside.
The neglect would be no food, no water, no shelter, and being tied outside. All of those are neglect, not abuse.
Oh, you see what I mean? You're so smart. I knew you could do it. So you look at all these patterns to determine that this is in fact neglect. So how would you know that it's abuse?
Giving me a migraine.
So how would
You
it
are
be?
spinning in circles with bullshit and nonsense when I have already told you.
People,
I
hold on, let me
do
ask the
not
audience. Maybe
support-
I don't know. Hold on. People, if you work in healthcare, if you work in law enforcement, there are different categories in which you could determine the severity of the abuse. Right?
Yes.
So if it is that the dog is just tied up outside, it couldn't be considered neglect as well. But if it's no food, no water, right? That's another stage of abuse, different category of abuse. If it is
No.
that the animal is being raped,
Fine.
if it's being Hold on. I'm asking the audience because you said I'm talking in circles. So I'm just trying to understand what the audience thinks because I don't want to be repetitive. So I'm going to ask the audience, right? So if it is that the animal is not being physically harmed in the sense of beating, starvation, but they're being sexually abused, isn't that a different kind of animal abuse?
Yes.
That would be labeled as bestiality.
Yes.
Right? So you're telling me that there are different categories?
Well, absolutely, there's different levels of animal abuse.
But I just said that there were and you said it wasn't.
Because the one example you gave me was neglect, not abuse.
Yeah, but I asked you about
Maybe
the
you
different
should-
categories.
What do you mean?
But you just differentiated two categories and then you're asking me what do I mean?
What? Okay, you know what? I'll just go ahead and I will send you the code book for all of the laws here in this state, and you can read them yourself.
Oh,
and
so
then
there
you
are
can
there
get
are
back to
different
me.
codes that would determine the different severities and levels
No.
of abuse the animal has faced.
Different words. Different words. Intentional undue suffering and pain. Intentional.
And that would be a different category.
Okay, one's intentional, one's not intentional. That's it. There's two categories. Cruelty one.
So you're
cruelty
telling
two,
me that
that's it.
bestiality would be under the same category as starving the dog?
Yes. Animals
What
are
category?
considered
What category
property,
would that
not living.
be?
Cruelty. Wait. What your question was? Beating a dog and sexually abusing a dog would be the same.
Yeah.
First
I'm
degree.
asking you, what would it be the same category?
I said first degree.
Would it be
First
class?
degree cruelty.
So it would be first degree cruelty. So there wouldn't be a separation of bestiality versus physically abusing them or starving them?
Okay. Those are. You don't understand. You've never worked in the field, and
That's why I need clarification. I need
I don't
clarification.
have the spoons to give you clarification today.
Can you please just use little spoons and give me a little bit?
I don't know what you want me to explain if you don't understand the difference
Well,
between intentional
could you explain
neglect
this?
and
I just have
unintentional.
one little question because
God.
you said there's no patterns of abuse. If someone made a false report, right? How would you know that they made a false report based off patterns, right?
No,
Based
Based
off
off the
signs,
evidence.
right?
based off the evidence presented at that crime. Here's an example.
Exactly. And you just tried to say it another way, but there's no way that you would be able to determine if someone reported falsely unless there's no patterns, there's no evidence, there's no signs, right? But you said there's no patterns.
Yeah,
There
we know
is
she's
patterns.
lying, Mike.
The
She's
patterns,
lying.
these patterns are outlined in the studies that they make you guys go. If you are a real cop, you would go
I'm
through
not a cop.
psych.
I've already told you I'm not a
You would
police
go through
officer.
psych evaluations and stuff like that.
I did. I was
Because
not a
even
police
even
officer.
with the levels of animal abuse that a person inflicts on an animal would determine if they're even like a sociopath or a psychopath. You know what I mean? So these
Oh,
things
yeah.
are literal behavioral patterns that are studied in psychology. So for her to say that there aren't, and everybody on all the 90 people that were in here knows that you're lying, right? We all know that you're lying. So it's either one of two things, Gratitude. It's either you are a predator yourself, or you're the type of person that will enable the predator. So it's
Yes,
either you're the
that's
auntie
me.
that will bring your nieces or nephews
totally.
over and allow your boyfriend to essay them and act like you don't see. Or
Yeah,
you're the type
yeah.
of person that gets sexual gratification after knowing that somebody too experienced abuse because it
You're
happened to
really
you and
weird.
nobody believed you.
You are really sick. There's something
The
wrong
only
with
sick
you.
person is you. You're the only person here defending a pedophile.
Like I said, I have
And
no
you just
evidence.
lied. And these lives are recorded.
You can record me all you want. I have not lied.
But you have lied.
You
When?
just did. Clear as day.
When you said
What,
there wasn't a
what?
behavioral pattern
Are you a
and different
psychopath?
categories of abuse.
Okay, so okay, let me give you an example. An 11-year-old girl had a bad day at school. She went home, tied her kitten to the end of a jumping rope, and slammed him into a tree until he was dead. Child had never done anything like that before in her life. Is that a pattern of behavior?
How are psychopaths formed or are created? Or what is their behavioral pattern?
Is that a
How,
behavioral
what is the
pattern?
behavioral pattern of a psychopath?
Okay.
Do they,
a one-time-
as children, usually torture
No.
animals?
No. A one-time incident is not a pattern. A two-time
But that
incident
one-time
is.
incident can be an implication of the child's mindset, our framework, right?
I have no idea. I wouldn't.
Then why did you use it as an example if you have no idea? Do you
Because
think that
it's
the
not
average
a
child would
behavioral
actively hold
Oh my
on,
God.
mom, hold on, you're talking and I'm talking. Let's just have civil conversation. You're getting upset. I don't understand why.
I have
We're
a
just
horrible
talking
headache
here.
because you keep going in circles and you're not listening to me.
But all right,
Doing
I'm gonna
something
listen.
worse.
I'm gonna listen. All right. So do you think that children typically bash animals' headings?
Shut up, Talon. You can go fuck yourself.
Is that something that a normal child does? Gratitude, go ahead and answer, sweetie.
I didn't hear what you said.
Is that something a normal child does to bash an animal's head in?
No.
So if a child does that, would that child be displaying?
The child displayed no other behavioral signs, symptoms, was evaluated by a psychologist and found not to be a danger.
And you think that a psychologist would say that a child who bashed an innocent animal's head in doesn't show any behavioral patterns or signs of being a psychopath?
I
Or
don't know what the
sociopath?
final report was. I didn't read the final psychiatrist's report because in the end no charges were filed against the child.
So why did you mention it if you didn't read
Because
it?
you kept saying there's a pattern of behavior. I gave you an example where there was not a pattern of behavior. It was a start.
No psychology. Exactly. It's the start of a pattern behavior. So the
Exactly.
psychologist would have made a note of this to show that this child has the potential, right, to be a
Exactly.
psychopath.
That's
Okay?
what I'm telling you. So how would I have
Exactly.
known a
Exactly.
pattern of- how would I have
Because
known-
that is how you
would I have
initiate.
known there was a pattern? How
But
would I have
that's
known
that
there
because a typical child doesn't do that. Only a person with a psychological problem would do that. Normal children just don't go around and bash animals' head in. That's how you differentiate listen, ma'am. That's how you differentiate from a child, right, with psychopathic behavior and a child who doesn't have any. All right? That's how you determine based on the observation of their behavioral patterns. So the psychologist who would be talking to that child, right, would be asking the child a series of questions. Is this the first time you've done that? Because what you were privy to was that this was the first time the child had done it. Right, but the person who was interviewing the child would have asked the child a series of other questions, right? So what you are doing right now is enabling this man with the cruelty that he displayed to his children to continue to do it.
No, I believe I don't block people. Beautiful soul. I can't. I don't have that ability. I believe in redemption. I believe in giving people second chances. I believe people can change their behavior. And I believe
But
there's
Trish hasn't
good
changed
and
his
bad.
behavior.
I believe there's good and bad in all of us.
There's
And-
no good within Trish.
Like I said, I would really I would
Because
love to see.
If Trish truly repented of what he did, he wouldn't have went on a public platform with, like, I don't know how many people were in the live, but I would suspect maybe 100, and said it on camera that children should see adult genitals and that it's natural and that there's nothing wrong with it. This is pedophilic pattern behavior where they
It
believe
is.
that children should participate in adult activities because they don't see them as children. He
That's
also
not
said that
okay.
14-year-olds are not children. He also said that 15-year-olds are not children. That is also a pedophilic pattern behavior where
They're
they want to
teenagers.
make but teenagers are children.
No, that's why they're teenagers. They're
So
teen.
what is a child?
Anyone 12 and under.
Where does it say that?
It's common knowledge. I don't know what country you're from, but
I'm
it's
from Mars. I'm from Mars. Maybe
sounds
it's
like
because
it.
you're from America. You're so smart. Can you tell me where it says that? Any kind of document that says a 15-year-old is not a child.
It's a teenager.
So can you have sex with a 15-year-old boy?
Why would I want to? That's disgusting.
But they're not a child.
They are a teenager.
Yes, exactly.
And
So they're
not
not a
an
child.
adult.
So if they're not an adult, that would make them what?
Makes you all crazy is what it makes.
If a person is not an adult, what does it make them?
It makes all of you, it makes you guys, it makes them a child, a
You're-
toddler, a child.
Listen, I'm
a
asking you, if
teenage-
a person is not an
answering you.
adult, if a person is not an adult, what are they?
Why, when I answer you, do you cut me off?
I'm sorry, I have ADHD. I just need that answer. If a person is not an adult, what are they?
Oh wow. Wow.
So she is also a pedophile. She is also a pedophile.
Wow,
Gratitude is a female pedophile. Yes, she left. She's a female pedophile. And this is why I tell you, trust nobody. 1 second, Snow. This is why I tell you, don't trust nobody. Because can you imagine her nieces and nephews? What she does to them? Can you imagine what she's doing to other people's kids? She should not be anywhere around children. It's not men alone that are pedophiles, that see children as anything other than children. It's women too. Right? And she's a sadistic pedophile in which she believes the child wants it, just like Trish. Just like Trish. Go ahead, Snow.
No, I only came up to tell you that I've sent you the new banners on Instagram. I really like them. If you want me to change them, let me know. Preferably in the next 5 minutes, because with the place that I edit them on, it takes like my edit off if it's been like more than 5 or 10 minutes. So just if you want me to change anything with it, just let me know. But I've sent them to you on Instagram just to let you know. I only came up for that. But yeah, that's all I came up for. And guys, yeah, that was sick. Like I was listening, and the things that she was saying, she was clearly under some influence, like Trish, because we do know that Trish likes to take the strong medication that isn't prescribed to him. So she sounded like she was on some kind of, she was slurring her words. It was very worrying. I mean, she said she couldn't have kids, which thank God for that, because she did sound like that. Because other than that, like, she sounded like she was on some serious substance. And, thank God she is not allowed children, or she can't have children, because honestly, I don't think she should be allowed children with the way that she thinks. I think it's quite worrying, to be honest with you. The fact that, it's true. She did sound, it really is worrying, honestly. But she's a mod for Trish, and we know what Trish does. Also, thanks, Jeff, for the, I don't know what they're called, like sound thingies, but thank you. But yeah, I hope you guys liked the new banner that I made Shana as well. It's really nice. I actually took some time into it. I added her Cash App, and I added the YouTube on it as well. I added 2 other subjects to the banners as well. So, no, actually, I added 1 more, and I changed the other one. But I gave Shana a few you know, a few options. But yeah. Oh, and I added Lily Tino to it as well, as when he was pretending to be a pregnant woman, which she can never be. But yeah, guys, tap the screen, share the live. The live shouldn't be lagging, I don't think, just because Shanta's gone away to check Instagram right now. That's why it's on pause. But yeah, did you hear that woman? I mean, that is insane to me. And the fact that she said everyone deserves a second chance. You know, I don't know if Shana asked her, do you believe that P3DO deserve a second chance? But we obviously know the answer to that as well. But yeah, if you're still in here, Catitude, you know, you can still come up and explain yourself. I can't believe. Yeah, Catitude, the mod for Trish that just came up, it was seriously worrying. But yeah, I'm going to drop as soon as Shanta comes back. I'm only here to talk to you guys while she's gone. But yeah, it was seriously worrying. Yeah, I know, Funny Bone. Honestly, it was seriously worrying. I'm just reading the comments. Yeah, no, do you know what? Maddie, she was basically slurring her words the entire time and trying to justify P3DOism. You didn't really miss. Do you know what? Maybe it's good you missed it, because what she was saying was sickening and wicked, to be honest with you. But yeah. Oh, thank you. I hate my accent. I wanted to ask if he deserves freedom, let alone fans. Yeah, and honestly, but Jersey, do you know, with people like that, we all know what the answer's going to be. You know, it was crazy. I was trying to think what substance they were on, but like they said that I think they had surgery yesterday, so maybe they were on, you know. Oh, Shanta's back. Okay, I'm going to drop that.
All right, big up yourself, Snow. Thank you for the backgrounds. They're beautiful. Thank you. People, this is the time that we're living in. Right? This is the times that we're living in. These people are vicious, they're evil, and they're preying on the children. All right? They're preying on the children. There is no excuses. He's a liar. He's never actually stopped using. He's always been using. He's a liar, right? Those nodding that he does, the way that he nods on live when he's just there, just nodding, that's the addiction. That's him coming down off the high. That's his coming off the high. That's him coming off the high, right? When they say, "Oh, he's so tired and he falls asleep," he's not falling asleep. He's passing out off the high. He's passing out, right? This man has never been sober. He's not been sober, and for you guys to just be watching him, just being high and being disgusting on lives with needles sticking out of his arm, and then making excuses for him, talking about, oh, you know, he's just relapsed. He's never been sober. He's never been sober. Right? Gifting him, supporting his narcotics addiction, right? Supporting him when he's done horrible things to children. Horrible things to children. Y'all are worse than him. Worse than him. This man, can you imagine? She was a victim of SA, according to her. And she said nobody believed her. I know a little girl was abused. And you don't believe the little girl. Even though it happened to you and nobody believed you. Make it make sense. This man has never been sober. He's an active user. Hello, how old are you?
27.
How can I help you?
I was just listening to the live and hearing you talk about Trish, and I've just been really confused about this whole thing myself because I remember just catching the lives and he was just like wandering around in the middle of the night and I didn't understand what was going on. And then I caught another live where I think it was some of his mods and some of the people, there were like maybe 4 or 5 women on the panel, and he was having a therapy session talking to his therapist over the phone, and the women on the panel were like getting emotional, like they treat him like a child. And it's just really weird. I don't know what in the world is going on, but if he's doing things to his kids and they're justifying this is crazy. Like, I don't know how any of these women can stand behind him. They make so many excuses for him every day, and I don't get it.
His daughter messaged his then wife, soon to be ex-wife, and said that he used to pour wasabi and hot sauce down his 3-year-old daughter's throat as punishment, and he would tie them in their rooms with ropes, and that they would mix days of school and that they wouldn't eat anything. He wouldn't feed them. So I'm thinking that those children had to pass urine on themselves and feces as well if they're being tied in the room and they can't get to move around freely. The daughter also spoke of him sexually assaulting her. And if he did one child that, I am of the inclination that he did that to all the children. Just like his friend, Toolmaker, did that to his stepchildren. So Trish is horrible. The women that support him, in my opinion, a lot of them are predators themselves, because a lot of times female predators get overlooked because people refuse to believe that women are capable of these types of atrocities. But as you just heard this woman prior, justifying what Trish did and speaking of, 15-year-olds not being children, it's an eye-opener to a lot of people who can't believe that women can actually be predators too. But it's a sick world we live in, where women encourage and enable predators who do horrible things to children while being mothers themselves. They reward this man for the atrocities that he's committed against children. It's a travesty.
Yeah, I think I just saw one of his mods come in here. Do you see Mama Bear?
I don't know his mods. Can Mama Bear come up? Mama Bear?
It's a trans woman.
Oh, it's a man. Papa Bear, can you come up? Papa Bear, can you come up, please, and have a conversation? Papa Bear, can you come up? Oh, it's never Trish Mod. Okay.
Oh.
If there's anybody who's affiliated with Trish, you guys can come up. I would like to have a conversation with you. But thank you, Luna, for coming up and saying your piece. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, the people that support Trish, they're worse than Trish, in my opinion. They are predators too. Yeah, and they're all vile. You're gifting this man money, knowing what he did to his children, knowing that he supports a predator, to this day never condemning the predator, saying that the predator who abducted a child and raped him and also raped his stepchildren, right, shouldn't be judged because he wasn't, in a courtroom. Can you imagine that? So I want you guys to come up and talk about it. Let's talk about Lily Tino too. Lily Tino said that when he was 3 years old, he used to play doctor with a 3-year-old girl, and he would put his fingers in her nether region, and then he would lick it off. Where did Lily Tino learn this practice? Where did Lily Tino learn that practice? And how many children did he do that to? Yes, in 2011 or 2011, Lily Tino said that he tweeted it, he commented it on Reddit. Let me find it for you. This is Lily Tino's comment on Reddit. On December 23rd, 2011, he said, and I quote, "When I was 3, I'm a guy. My other 3-year-old friend, girl, and I would play doctor. I put my fingers up her dash and licked it too. Guess I started from an early age. This is what Lily Tino put out on Reddit. Where did he, at 3 years old, learn that practice? Could it be that he was being abused? Could it be that he was from an abusive home? Right? Could it be that it's a woman, an elderly woman, coerced him into doing that? And he did that to the little girl too? Who even knows how to do that at 3? Exactly, Jack. Could it be that his mother, this is just my opinion, I'm just asking questions. I'm not saying this happened. Could it be that his mother was the one who taught him to do that? How would he know at 3 to lift up a little girl's dress, pull down her pull-ups or her pampers or her panties and put his finger in there and lick it? How would he know that? Could it be that that's why his mother was at Disney World with him while he was speaking so inappropriately in front of children? Could it be? These are questions that need to be asked, because a 3-year-old isn't supposed to know these things. Could it be that that's why Lily Tino hires trans women to pretend to be little girls? Lily Tino has asked trans women during sexual liaisons to pretend to be little girls. Could Lily Tino be a, what they want to call pedophiles now, minor attracted person? Based on this behavioral pattern, I would say yes. It's better if he cuts off the ding-along so he can't use it to force onto children. It's better if he cuts it off. Yes, that's what the pedophiles want to be called now, minor attracted persons. Hey, Aunt Kat, what's up?
Hi, my love. I want to know his unalived name because I want to know, because I know that the unalived names don't transfer over on a registry.
I want to know too. I really want to know too, just to check.
Yeah, I would love to know that.
Nick Cantino, that's Hispanic.
Oh, he's definitely, well, Tino, well, it was either Italian or Hispanic. But I think he's Hispanic. His mother looks Hispanic.
She could be Jewish too.
She could be.
Yeah.
Because my husband's Puerto Rican and his ancestry comes back with everything from Iberian Peninsula to like 15% Ashkenazi Jewish.
Yeah. Because I
That's
was
why I
looking at
think a
his
lot of
face.
these people are transitioning because their names don't transfer.
A lot of them are transitioning because he was a creepy guy, but he would seem less threatening if he, presented himself as this nice, soft-spoken woman. Because with the predatory aspect, I was just speaking on this. Women seem to be perceived as less predatory. A lot of them are identified as women to get women to put their guards down and allow them access to their kids.
And what's crazy is that my guard instantly goes up. Instantly.
Same. Your mama, big up yourself, darling. Same.
This is crazy. But again, we wrestle not with flesh and blood, it's powers and principalities. These people are infected with
They are.
demonic energy.
Listen, it's always been the LGBT LMNOP agenda.
100%, because that's Lucifer's agenda,
Exactly.
in my opinion. TikTok.
But they have to remember that during the inception of the community, the advocates, right? They demanded for Nabla to be a part of the community. And they were quoted as saying, one of them was quoted as saying, and this is literally a quote, "It is a disservice to not add Nabla to the LGBT LMNOP because a lot of gay men who were boy lovers fought for the right to exist as gay men." And you don't have to believe me, go fact check. Look up Queer Theory, the gay agenda. They literally believe that.
All you have to do is watch a couple of seasons of South Park and you'll know everything you need to know about NAMBLA.
NABLA is the North American Man Boy Love Association. It's a group that believes that adult men and boys should be free to actively engage in relations. They believe that children are innately sexual and should not be deprived of the comfort of a man's loving arms. They believe that every young boy needs a man to teach him how to be a man.
Oh, Shanta, I have a new mother on my radar with a 3-year-old son who is insisting that he's a girl. It's insane. It's scary, sad, and devastating all at the same.
For educational and entertainment purposes only. The lives are for educational and entertainment purposes only. We don't tolerate transphobia, homophobia, or heterophobia. No hateful rhetoric, ideology, or behavior. No bigotry, bullying, or harassment will be tolerated. The live is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Cuttlefish, go suck your mama.
Praise
Go
God.
suck your mama, crackhead bitch. Go suck your mama.
This is
Y'all
the
send bots in here to report my life. Go suck out your mama.
oh wow.
Mathematic head, bitch. Hey, your mama, what's up?
Not too much. I just got done moving and my kids are gone and I thought, hey, I'm gonna hop on here and just say, hey, what's going on, everyone? This is a crazy world, and at first I didn't even realize it was you. At first I was gonna say, what the hell is this shit? I seen it up there and I'm like, oh wait, it's Shanta. I'm looking at these pictures, makes me laugh. Like he's a creep.
Exactly, freak ass bitches, freakazoids.
Fucking insane.
That's insane.
Hey, Adam.
I like to always, hop in and say, that's why my kids don't go to public school. This is exactly the reason, right here.
Exactly, they're indoctrinating the youths and trying to normalize these types of depravity and perversions. The fact that people, especially women, support them tells us that, this world is a lost cause. It's literally a lost cause.
We're in the last days, Shanta.
Right. Oh, wow. Those are cool.
Thank you, Kitty Bone.
Awesome.
Kisha, I'm eating fried green plantains.
Adam, where's Dutchie?
Yeah.
Thank you, Kitty Bone.
I just asked myself, is it Halloween already?
They look horrible, don't they?
Yep. It looks like Halloween, right? They should both have like a witch hat on or something.
You know what's crazy is that Halloween used to be my absolute favorite holiday. Now it's like I cringe when the fall comes.
Yep, I'm with you on that.
And it devastates me because I
It's
used to be in stores in August buying Halloween stuff.
Me
And
too.
now, oh man.
Yeah. Well, I would be the one to buy it at the end of the year. I always went like ahead of myself, and at the end of the year, I'd go and buy all the clearance stuff, and next year we'd be all set.
Yeah, same. I would do the both, but I was such a Halloween addict, and now nope.
I have no
Hold on,
interest.
ladies.
I don't even
Ken,
care. I don't even want to paint my hair
hold
pink
on,
anymore.
ladies. Hold on. Ken, did you request or did TikTok bring you up? I don't think he requested. Let's drop him. Sounds like
Yep,
he's
I used to
sleeping.
think it was kind of cute to have pink hair. Now I'm just like, I don't want to look that way anymore. I don't want to look like a freak. You know, I just don't want to do it.
You know what's
Big up
crazy?
yourself, Brittany.
My hairstyle gives middle school PE teacher right now.
I mean, women don't even really wear their makeup like that. They overrate it.
I've never
so
worn
heavy.
makeup. It takes
My
an
God,
active
I don't even
Congress
wear
for me to
makeup
wear makeup.
myself. I swear, I don't wear makeup. I haven't put it on since I was like 14 when I thought it was cool.
No, only if I'm going to a function, like a wedding, or if I'm going to a party, I'll throw on eyeliner, mascara, a little blush, and some lipstick. But
I won't even wear it
never been
then.
that
I
type of
don't even
person.
care. If they don't like it, don't look.
Yeah, I don't care anymore either. I don't go anywhere much either. I prefer staying in the comfort of my home.
Yeah. I mean, I have to kind of do it because I have kids, but I pretty much only tend to my children. I don't go out and party or do any of that or get all dressed up for any special occasion. You know, I'm going to the science museum, you know. That's what I'm doing.
I would love that.
Even the
You guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? They're reporting the live. Civil discourse and conversations. We don't tolerate transphobia or heterophobia. No hateful rhetoric, ideology, or behavior. No bigotry, bullying, or harassment will be tolerated. The live is for educational and entertainment purposes only.
What did she say? I got my boyfriend from TikTok. Oh my goodness. I don't know if that's a good place to get a boyfriend, guys. It's almost like going to the bar nowadays. It's terrible. I don't even do that.
Oh my goodness. They're reporting the live.
Oh no. Am I saying
they're
something bad?
salty.
I don't know what I'm saying.
They're salty. It's okay.
They
If
didn't like what I
anybody,
said.
who gives a shit? Fuck them. If anybody disagrees with the backdrop, you are free to come up and have a conversation. Ensure that you're 18 and older to come up and have a conversation. If you, think that trans women are women, come on up. If you believe that LGBT, LMNOP should be taught in schools, come on up. If you believe men can get pregnant, come on up. If you think that children can be trans, come on up. As I said before, it's an open discussion. If you disagree, come on up. Have a conversation. Ensure that you're 18 and older. Nobody will attack you. It's for civil discourse and conversation. Oh my God. They're trying so much to stop the live from going on. They're sending report bots. It's so crazy. Jealousy.
Yeah.
You big old headed crackhead ass bitch with your many stomachs. You have more stomachs than her for the camel. You dirty ass bitch. You're sending bot reporters. What you need to do is get $4,000 so you can go to Turkey to get a hair transplant. You bald headed biatch.
Shanta, I live vicariously through you on this app because I could never.
I love you. I love you right now. You're making me feel better.
Crackhead
Oh my
biatch.
God. I'm feeling good.
I don't know. They're so bitter. They're constantly reporting the live, sending bot reporters to report the live,
Just
and
come
it's not
talk.
getting banned. Ugh.
Just come chat. Come chat. Tell us why you believe in these things. Let's go. I'm ready.
Guys,
I'm
keep
ready.
tapping the screen. Please keep tapping the screen. Keep tapping it. Keep liking the live.
Yes.
Gift the host so the live doesn't get interfered with, please.
Yeah, give me so I can buy rice for me and my village.
Yes, please.
Give some love, baby.
The host. Gift the
Give
host.
some love, but not for the creeps. I mean the crap.
100% right, Eric. Shanta is the truth. Shanta's our only light on this friggin' app at this point.
Yeah, prove your guys' self that you're real. Let's go. Yeah, because you always want to tell us how real you are. Let's go. Tell me how real you are. I'll tell you, you're a person, yep, and people are real, but your fantasy is not.
You exist. We know you exist. We see you.
I refuse to go along with your fantasy. I just refuse.
Your delusion will
Absolutely.
never trump my perception.
You can go ahead and pretend however you want. You can pretend to be a turtle. You can pretend to be a goat, whatever you want to do. Okay? But I'm not going to pretend with you. That's it. Let's go. Tell me how you're so right. I'd love to hear it.
I'm also not going to lie to the children in my life too and tell
Exactly.
them they're not going to feed into your delusion. I apologize.
Yes, my kids will never be in public school ever because of this delusion.
Yep. I know a lot of people that are homeschooling now too.
And I mean, there's a lot more to it, but this is like so detrimental to children's brains. It's detrimental. And
Exactly.
and every single channel that I go to, like every single YouTube channel that's promoting this has kids right at the top. Why do you even have that on your profile? Why even have kids in the profile?
You know what's funny? Every single one of the YouTubers, they're doing or speaking in a very sus way, so to speak. They incline or to being members of the alphabet community. So many more male YouTubers are coming out with their girlfriends that are really their boyfriends that are pretending to be women. And you can't tell me that's not to lure, little boys into dating other men. Who simply say that they're women. It's an agenda, and it's targeting the kids. So many of them now have been outed as being younger corn stars, gay corn stars. There was one big one who does like Roblox or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Who was found to be a male corn star, gay corn star, corn star, and so many children follow him.
But Shanta,
So this is what they're
Shanta,
doing.
That kid got that following because of that, probably. Because he
Exactly.
probably sold a part of his self for the fame.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, well, look at our Hollywood stars. I mean, they're promoting it. They're paid to promote it. So it starts right there. Turn off the TV. Take your kids out of school. Bring them on trips. Keep them in the woods. Keep them away from the evil of the world.
Well, this is why there's Irish travelers.
It's not a bad thing to keep your kids in a small group. I think it's much better for them, actually. A lot of people will say, well, they don't socialize. Well, I mean, in school, what do? Sit down, shut up. Right?
You know what's crazy? Do you remember like that video that just came out of the future?
They reported the
Again.
Oops.
Oh, goodness. The live is about civil discourse and conversations. We don't tolerate transphobia, homophobia, or heterophobia. No hateful rhetoric, ideology, or behavior. No bigotry, bullying, or harassment will be tolerated. This is an LGBT safe space. We are loving and accepting people of all people.
Yes.
Go ahead, ladies.
All people. Everyone's a person. I agree.
The dance video to This Ain't Texas for a current candidate for a specific office came out. And you know what the sad part is that the majority of the silent majority took a back, but a lot of these young kids are like, "Go Queen, go Queen."
Yep. Yep.
Yes, I saw him in drag dancing.
Yep.
But I'm not surprised. He's the same one that says he wanted to implement legislation that changed pedophilia to a sexual attraction. He wanted to make it a sexual attraction and make it a protected sexual attraction where discrimination would be prohibited. Big up yourself, LOL. He literally, I think it's 1655, HB 1655. I don't remember. I have to check. But he literally wanted to make pedophilia a sexual attraction, because in order for something to be called a sexual attraction, it would have to not involve paraphilia, basically any kind of sexual attraction outside of the norm.
Yep.
Right. And
Yep.
he
And
wanted,
that's where it
yeah,
comes in with the kids, you know. I mean, they
Well, that's why
literally
they're trying to
are
brand him as
mixing it.
coach. That they're trying to brand him as coach, as someone
Yeah.
safe
Yeah.
for kids to come to, which is very frightening. But also, did you see the PR picture of him with Alex S0R0S? And if you zoom into Alex S0R0S's fingers and the fingernails, they're all brown, and the future candidate is all smiles. Shanta, look into that, because I know you will, and you'll be grossed out, and you'll be like, "Look at this."
Yeah.
I definitely will. I definitely will. But you have to understand, with these people, they don't get into power just by happenstance.
Oh no, they make a deal. They do what, and some people are just innately disposed to do the things so easily, where other people have to literally give up what they feel naturally
Yep.
to do it.
Exactly. And they
These
always
people
have
are
to
idiots.
participate in children sacrifices. That's why they're tired of doing these things to children in the dark. They want to be free to
Yes,
touch
they
on
want to
children
come
in
out of the
public.
freaking darkness. Oh my gosh.
Well, I guarantee you this, there's going to be a lot of Hollywood elite people that people have looked up to. And I guarantee you, in my opinion, this is all for entertainment purposes only, that
Yep.
videos are going to come out of parents doing diabolical things with their children. I also believe that a lot of the people that people have been programmed to believe that are beautiful women are not, and gorgeous, handsome men that women have fantasized about are not male.
Yep.
It's already happening. So many of them have come out as trans. Wasn't there a famous so-called gamer girl, quote unquote, that came out to be a man? So it's already happening. It's already happening. They're fake pregnant bumps. I remember when Beyonce was pregnant with Blue Ivy, and
That's even so
she sat
diabolical.
down.
That whole story. Ugh.
She sat down and this big old baby bump just folded like a piece of cloth.
Goodness. That's crazy. And this is just hideous, though. Just looking at that face is so hideous.
It's frightening.
Ugh,
Can you hear me?
it
Yes.
is.
Well, barely, sir. Conservative. You sound very muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, that's better.
Awesome, awesome. So I don't know. I was just browsing across TikTok and I saw your live and I just decided to join. But I don't know. Are you in support of trans community or against? I don't know. What's your position?
Me personally,
The host is thoroughly against it. I don't support the alphabet community at all. Do you support it?
Nope.
Well,
I couldn't do that.
I mean I'm okay with gay or lesbian people. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's the only part of the community that I've been accustomed with. I don't know where all the other letters come from, or what they mean, or I don't know. I'm just confused at this point. I mean, I don't mind anyone calling them the alphabet community, because it's just been this roller coaster of letters meaning all sorts of stuff. And I don't know. A lot of them, especially when it comes down to the trans and so on, they have a very dangerous doctrine that they try to push across to people, which I really don't support that in any way, shape, or form. And what hurts me the most is that they're the ones that are targeting our kids, you know. And
Yeah, but sir, can I ask you a question? Do you call trans women women?
if I call trans women women,
Yes.
well,
It's a yes or no, sir.
it's a loaded question, because I don't like the way those questions are structured, because
Well,
what
let's not talk about structure. Let's just answer the question if you
are
could,
trans
please.
women women?
No. Do you call trans women women was the question.
No.
What do you call them?
Trans women are men.
Do you refer to them as she and her? Because I've seen you before, so please tell the truth.
Do I refer to them as she or her? Well, a trans woman is a man, so I wouldn't refer to them as she or her, you know. And I not saying that I disrespect, whatever you want to be called or whatever you want to call yourself, but you shouldn't regulate my speech over on what I should call you. You're a man, and that's what I see you as. Sure, if you want to be called a she or her or they or whatever, that's fine. I'm not gonna stop you from, pleasing yourself in whatever way you want, because no one's stopping me from pleasing myself whatever way I want, especially not them, trans people. But no, I see you as a man, and that's what I'll address you as.
So when you go up on the panel, you never refer to them as she or her.
I would never refer to them as she or her.
Okay.
They're men. And that's just it.
Good. Because that's what they are. Stop breathing in the mic so much. There's a lot of breathing. But that's what they are. And you shouldn't be afraid to voice your opinion. I hear an accent. I don't know if you're Jamaican.
Yeah.
Awesome. You shouldn't be afraid to vocalize the truth, right? If people are angry at you, especially over the internet, so be it, right? They're men, and that's exactly what they should be called, men, right? There's no such thing as a trans woman either. It's just men in women's apparel.
And that's exactly what I'm trying to say, Trans people have this idea that the world revolves around them, and everywhere they go, there has to be a 100% acceptance of them, which is just not true, because in every way, shape, or form, there's going to be some form of rejection in some way. No one is totally accepted in society. Jesus Christ of Christianity wasn't accepted by everyone, so why should everyone accept you? I mean, even science isn't accepted by everyone. Some people have different views about some things. But the trans community tries to bring a motive that, hey, if you don't support us, then, you're some kind of, renegade, or some kind of, degenerate of society, or something like that. They try to push a certain level of fear inside of you, which I personally don't respect. Because if I don't want to address you in a certain manner, then I don't have to. You make it seem as if I don't, I'm a villain of some sort or something like that. So I don't know.
It's just men wanting to dominate. That's all it is. Men telling other people, I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you, and you have to do what I say. It's just misogyny, hatred for women. This is why I say there's nothing womanly about them. There's nothing womanly about them. The way that they want to dominate every space that they're in, the way that they're very competitive, that is a man. Hey, Mill. But I want to get the other people to chime in and say their piece. Go ahead, ladies and gentlemen.
Can we get an age check on Weldon, please?
64.
Awesome.
Hey, can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay. Now check this out. Check this scenario out. Okay, women who have went through the operation to become what they call a man, and men who have went through the operation and to say they're women. If you took these people and put them on an island, let's say 100 of them, put them on an island, and if you came back 110 years from now, there would be nobody left.
Wow.
Yep.
The live is glitching. Oh my God. Hold on. Everybody go on mute, please. Everybody go on mute. Shantae, are you there?
I'm here. I saw it, Safi. I
Oh
saw
my
it.
God. Here we go. Say the disclaimer, please.
The live is about civil discourse and conversations. We don't tolerate transphobia, homophobia, or heterophobia. No hateful rhetoric, ideology, or behavior, no bigotry, bullying, or harassment will be tolerated. The live is for civil discourse and conversation and educational purposes only. Go ahead, guys.
Hey, did I say something wrong?
Nah, you good.
According to the neighbors,
Okay.
probably.
But what I'm saying, there's no man that has said whatever he became a woman. These transgenders, they cannot have a man cannot have a baby. And
What you said made full sense, though. It does. It makes absolute sense to me.
But can I ask you a question? Do you agree or disagree that women can have testes?
can have what?
Testes.
No.
So no woman at all has ever had testes.
Well, I don't know. Not that I know of.
Okay.
Can you tell me some that do?
So, in science, and I think, this is something that maybe people should have been educated a little more on. And it's just a part of biology. Well, to answer your question, yes. Technically speaking, there are genetic dysfunctions or malfunctions that may cause someone of a particular sex to have multiple, sex organs.
That's what, like a hermaphrodite.
No.
That's what we call them, but
No. It's never functioning. It's always the cells, the underdeveloped cells. Street gonas, mute if you're not speaking. Street gonas, Weldon mute. Street gonas is when like testes, uteri, the cells were formed, right? But it's never developed. It's never fully functioned. Some females have testicular cells, but it's never fully developed or functioning. Hermaphroditism doesn't exist in human beings, right? Only in certain animals. Doesn't exist in humans.
okay.
Yeah.
So again, I was about to finish up, but I was interrupted there. So when you say
Yeah, I
that,
can do that. It's my life.
no, that's fine. But
Okay, wonderful.
when you said that there were underdevelopment of the cells, that is the dysfunction. That is a quote unquote dysfunction. A
Yeah.
dysfunction is when
Syndrome.
something doesn't operate in its normal sense.
It's not a dysfunction because it wasn't supposed to be there to begin with. Women
Right.
do not have testes. In this case, it would be a syndrome, right?
Right.
It would be a classification of a defect.
and that is a dysfunction. A defect is a dysfunction.
Exactly, but it's
Let's
not
say,
a function. All right, listen, sir. If women are not supposed to have testes, how is that a dysfunction?
okay, so when I get to the end of my point, then you will understand. You know, you keep interrupting me halfway, so I'm not able to get my
Yeah,
point
try
across.
to just get it out as quickly as possible. If
Well,
women aren't
it's the thing
supposed to
is,
have
it's not as easy as just getting it out as soon as
just
possible.
doing it in layman's terms so we can understand.
That's what I'm trying to do.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So what is a dysfunction? So say for example, you have someone with let's say you have someone who was born with 11 fingers, right? You may look at it and say it's a mutation of the cells. Well, you're not supposed to have 11 fingers because in human biology, we're supposed to have 10 fingers and 10 toes because that's how we're genetically designed to be, right? So whenever any form of mutation comes outside of that range, that's what we call a genetic dysfunction. It is a dysfunction
A genetic
by the
defect.
terms. A defect would be a dysfunction because the cells didn't operate in the way they were supposed to that caused that defect. So it would be a
Exactly. A
dysfunction.
dysfunction would be if something were to be the norm and it doesn't operate in the sense that it should.
Right.
A
Which is
defect is when something goes outside of how it should normally function.
which is the same thing. They're synonymous words. They're
It
two
can't
words
be
meaning
the same thing. Listen, a defect is a woman not being born with a uterus. A dysfunction is if her uterus doesn't perform the way that it should.
A dysfunction can also mean if she was born without a uterus because she was supposed to be born with one.
So you're telling me that women who have women with underdeveloped testicular cells is a dysfunction?
It is a dysfunction because you're looking at it.
Defect. It's
No,
a defect.
no.
Let
You're
him
looking,
explain.
no, the thing is, and I'm trying to explain, but you keep cutting me off. The thing is, you're looking at it from one perspective. You're saying that if she already has the uterus, what I'm saying is that during the developmental stages of that female, if it's a case where she does not have a uterus, that was a dysfunction in her cells while she was being developed. So it could be a case where, and you do
But
have
you're not. I don't think you're understanding what you're saying. A dysfunction in the developmental cells,
right.
right? That would be the dysfunction because it's not performing in the way that it should. No, the defect would be caused from that dysfunction, but the defect in itself wouldn't be a dysfunction. All right, he's gonna Google the words. Give him some time.
When, Shantae. That's why I brought it up. Thank you for explaining it. Beautiful.
Yeah, I understand what she's saying because a woman shouldn't have testicles in the first place. So it can't be a dysfunction because it was not supposed to be there in the first place.
Yeah,
It's
well,
a defect.
yeah, well, I just recently had eye surgery, and they called it abnormality. They called it. They said that I was born this way, right? It's a genetic abnormality.
That would be a genetic abnormality.
Yes, that's what they said. And when they did the surgery, they were looking for all kind of cancerous and cyst, and it wasn't none of that stuff. I came out like that, so I got it removed. You see what I'm saying? There is a differentiation, which is what Shantae is saying, and that's why I brought it up, because I have insomnia, so I know when I say certain stuff to certain people why I'm saying it, So yeah, it's definitely a difference. Absolutely, it doesn't take away from the fact that I'm that I'm a woman. Oh, he left. Oh,
Right.
He left.
Yeah.
He left.
What Shantae said made total sense to me. I don't know why it didn't to him.
Shantae, he left.
Something's
I thought he was Googling something. I thought he was Googling to see the difference between a defect and a dysfunction. I guess he figured it out and then he left. But it is what it is. Thank you, Cookie, for coming on. Thank you, Weldon, for coming on. The thing about it is, people, you can try to sound smart, but there's a difference in trying to sound smart and actually being smart. And the difference is knowing what the fuck you're talking about, and the other is having an inclination, right, of what you're talking about. Totally different things, right? Totally different things. Women are not supposed to have testes or testicular cells. We're not supposed to.
Right. So, which brings up my next conversation. I'd like to know, for the sake of knowledge, if if a baby girl child is born without a uterus, how can you determine that that's a female, right? And if you can't determine that that's not a female because they were not born with parts, why isn't it that trans women cannot, why isn't that the same as how trans women are? Can you dismantle that or concede?
It's the same reason that you're supposed to be born with two legs and you're born without one. Are you still a human? Yes.
Yeah, you're still a human, but how can you make the determining factor that would be still considered a female without the parts?
By
Is
the
what I'm saying.
chromosomes.
And in relation to trans women, you understand?
Correct.
Because they don't have parts, right? They don't have parts. How does that not make them a woman is what I'm asking. How? What is the differentiation in that? If you're a female or you were assigned female at birth, but you don't have any parts at all, right? Isn't a female or someone that said a female is, right, at birth without any parts, how are they not the same as trans women is my question.
I get you. That's just it's illogical. So my brain won't wrap around it. We're sorry.
I love it. Where did Shantae go now?
I'm here.
Yeah, but Kingsley, is there any way you can answer that?
Coffee? You're not gonna have to repeat, darling. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I know I can hear it. Are you ready to go? And we can talk about this tomorrow? Because I wanted you to dismantle the fact that if a female, if the doctor says a female is assigned female at birth, but they don't have any parts of a female, how is it that we can say that a trans woman is not a female? How?
If a woman is born without a vagina, how can we say that she's a female?
Yeah, if the woman is not born, if the baby girl child is born without any of the parts of the female nature, how can we say that trans women are not women? Because they don't have the parts either. So how can
but they still have the physiology and the DNA and the biology of a female. So if a woman isn't born with any reproductive organs, no uterus, no vagina, none of that, right? She still has the skeletal structure, lung capacity, DNA, and the biology of a female. A male doesn't have that. A male doesn't have that. So that would make her still a female, because being a female is innate to having female DNA, right? Even without the chromosome, because she could have like XY chromosome, but her DNA, her bone structure, her biology would still be female. It would still be female. A lot of people think that being a female is just based off reproductive organs. That's the main part, yes. But what gives us our female genitals or biology or DNA? Until a male can have the same DNA structure of a female, you can't be a woman.
Beautiful, Shantae. That's all I needed to know. And I you know, because it's just getting insane. It's just really, really, truly getting insane. However, you sound tired. Are you ready now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Gen X, go ahead and have a good day, honey. I'm gonna drop down to for Shantae's last word. I love you, sister. Thank you for your knowledge and your power and everything that you do for us. And the Shantae Warriors really appreciate you and love you. Okay, rest well, my sister, and check my messages. Okay, love you. Bye.
Thank you, sir. I was dozing off. I couldn't believe it. If Safi was like, Shantae, are you there? I'm like, oh shit. I fell asleep. Oh Lord. All right, guys. Thank you, Aunt Kat. Thank you, your mama. Thank you to everybody who came up. Even if you disagree, right? I appreciate you for coming up. Be emboldened in what you believe in, whether it be agreeing with the grain or going against the grain. Be emboldened in what you believe in. All right? Love you, Josh. For all the people that said something to the Cash App, you know, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you. As I said before, I'm trying to get a laptop because I'm tired of tickety talk, y'all. I want to get people, because I work with people in medicine, right? And I can get actual health and what they believe the dangers of it is to the child's body, right? Love you, Elisha. So I want to get the laptop so I can go on YouTube. So if you can donate anything to the Cash App, I'd appreciate it. All right? Thank you, Josh. Thank you, babe. I appreciate it, darling. Guys, I'm tired. I'm sorry. I'm falling asleep. All right. So I love you guys. I love you guys so much. I will be back on tomorrow very early. Very, very early. Okay? To speak on these things yet again. All right? I love you guys so, so much. I love you guys. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, your mama. Pray for each other. Oh, Lord, oh, Lord. Pray for each other. Pray for me. Beg God to have mercy on us all. Pray over the children. Pray over your children. We are under a spiritual attack where these demons are trying to devour our children. All these mass pew-pewings at the schools, right? These television programs, what they're spewing on social media, okay? It's all a sick agenda to groom and indoctrinate the kids, to turn them into sodomites. So pray over them and rebuke the devil. All right, love you guys later.